Welcome to week 23. You're moving right along and your little one is still growing like crazy, literally. Those tiny movements you once felt as soft flutters, they might be turning into full-on jabs and kicks. Today, we're gonna dive into some more common pregnancy symptoms you might be noticing, like heat rash, skin tags, vision changes, and those intense pregnancy cravings.
And for partners, we got a few book recommendations to help you prepare for what's to come. This is Jessica, I'm Ben, we're creators of the Balanced Birth Class for couples. Let's get into it, starting with what's going on with baby this week.
At week 23, your baby is growing and developing at an incredible pace. Right now, they're about the size of a vinyl record, which if you don't know what that is, you should Google it, okay? just saying. Inside the womb, things are getting pretty exciting. Your little one is now experiencing rapid eye movements, which means they're starting to actually develop sleep cycles. One of the most fascinating changes this week, tiny ridges are forming on their hands and feet, laying the groundwork for their unique fingerprints and footprints. Just think, those little toes will one day leave tiny prints all over your floors. That's maybe a little less, but yeah, it's awesome. Baby's hearing is also sharpening and they're already starting to recognize mom's voice. In fact, they're showing a clear preference for your voice or even dad's voice over others. Talk about a built-in fan club. And those gentle flutters you've felt in the past, they might be turning into stronger jabs and kicks. As your baby grows, they're also developing their own movement patterns, giving you a bit of a sneak peek into their emerging personality. Are they an energetic kicker or a laid-back lounger? Only time will tell. I had both a kicker and a lounger, but one time the ultrasound tech told me to lace up my sneakers for my very, very active third baby. And so far, that's true. She's very active. Now that we've covered baby's big milestones this week, let's shift gears and talk about what's going on with mom. As you progress through this week, your body is working hard to support your growing baby. And with all of that extra blood flow, there might be some unexpected side effects. One common symptom you might notice is called heat rash. It's also called prickly heat or miliaria. This occurs when sweat gets trapped in sweat ducts, causing redness, itching, and a bit of discomfort. Even if it's not particularly hot outside, your body's temperature is higher than usual just due to the hormonal changes, so don't be surprised if this pops up. Another change is the development of skin tags, which are also caused by those same hormonal shifts and increased circulation. While they are harmless, they can be just a little bit annoying. And let's talk about vision. Blurry vision or nearsightedness can actually sometimes occur during pregnancy. It's totally normal as long as it's not severe or accompanied by double vision. If you are feeling concerned at all though, please do check in with your healthcare provider. Now, how many of you are dealing with some intense pregnancy cravings? Whether it's sweets, salty snacks, or even something spicy or sour, those urges can hit hard. And it's actually wild how intense those cravings can get. And then after birth, they really do go away like poof. The good news is though that satisfying these cravings is just fine. Just make sure not to go overboard. Now that we've covered what's happening with mom this week, let's shift to what your partner can do to help and support you during this exciting time.
Partners, one of the best ways to prepare for the adventure of parenthood is to get more informed, and books can be your go-to resource. Here are a few reliable reads that will help you feel more confident and ready for the arrival of your little one. First off, The Expectant Father by Armin Brott and Jennifer Ash. This one covers everything you need to know from pregnancy to birth. He also has one called The New Father that covers the first year with baby. All of Armin Brott's stuff is very, very comprehensive. Some other good reads are Dude, You're Gonna Be a Dad by John Pfeiffer. There's The New Dad's Survival Guide by Rob Kemp. Another great book we like is You're Going to Be a Dad by Daddy Life Books. And lastly, Be Prepared, a practical handbook for new dads by Gary Greenberg and Jeannie Hayden. So those are just some books that can give you the confidence, but also some practical tools to be a supportive birth partner, to know more just about baby's development in general, and just help you know what's going on. And if any of those titles weren't your style, there's plenty of more books out there. But now's the time to start reading and get yourself mentally prepared for the wild, wonderful ride of childbirth and postpartum. All right, it's time for your weekly reflection questions as a couple. So prop your feet up, get comfy, and let's chat together. Number one, what's a children's book that you can't wait to read to your little one? Question number two, if you could pick a song that sums up your relationship so far, what would it be and why? Discuss together, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.